Hi everyone, and welcome back to Feral Manor. It's cold. We've been in Spain for the past 2 months, and when we left Madrid on Thursday, it was 36 degrees and had been for over a week. And here we are in lovely bleak Canberra. It's 11 degrees at the moment, and we've had -5 for the past 2 nights. So you might not be surprised to see that the garden is not looking quite like it was when we left earlier this year. Already had a wander around the garden. We came out yesterday. Unfortunately, we didn't really have any time to do anything, but we have been checking out what's growing and what isn't. There's no really big surprises. I mean, we know what grows in Canberra and what doesn't. From what I gather, not only do we have a lot of rain, but we had a -7 frost. And that was apparently a record for that time of the year. The celery down here is going great. My little violas are looking very beautiful. But things like the marigolds and the beans and the corn have all died. I think I might be able to save this poor old daisy. I'm not 100% sure. And I've already taken my rock orchid, which would have, I think, been okay, was sort of partially dead. And I've taken that around and put that on the front porch where it's going to be much more protected. As you can see, all of this front foliage, which was more exposed, has died, but still got some green stuff growing at the back. Other things which don't surprise me, they're going well, are the spinach, sorrel, and that's a whole mass of broad beans. We've got carrots down here that are doing well. The dill has all died, and so has the borage. And this is very clearly an ex-zucchini, as you can tell by the zeppelin down here. The things I planted out before I left have done really well, but I am rather embarrassed to say I've actually forgotten what they are. I think they're broccoli. I'll have to check. The saffron crop is obviously all picked now, but it's putting on good leaves, so that should bode well for next year's crop. And in a little while we will lift those. Down the back, the mulch we put down just before we left is good. The artichoke is looking very healthy. And again, lots of tidying up. Rhubarb's doing pretty well. Although, looking at it closely, I don't know whether that is just damage from frost or whether something's actually crashed into it. It just seems really smashed down. Don't know what's gone on there. Over here, the kale is doing fine. The peas I planted just on spec before, well, sort of alive. Not brilliant. And yeah, the tips are dying back. So again, I'm probably just going to tidy that up and not do too much. We've got more silver beet here, which is great. And the other thing I've got to do is back in here under these broad beans, which, as I said, I'd only left as a nitrogen fixing, are hopefully the sweet potatoes. They were growing away really well when we left, and I'm just hoping that the tubers have survived, because particularly with all of this new growth from the broad beans that sort of like crashed down on top of where they were, I'm thinking they'll have had a lot of frost protection anyway. We haven't really worked out a specific schedule. I'll start pulling out the obvious dead stuff One thing I will be doing though is I'm going to be harvesting these beans. It's a really good crop of bean seeds, which I will be using for next year's planting. And again, I've forgotten which type, whether it's the Lazy Housewife or the Purple King. So I'll have to double check that before I label anything. So those are the beans all picked, and I'll take those inside to finish shelling them. It's just such a bleak day. There's a little bit of blue sky. Really hard to summon the enthusiasm to do too much in the garden. Corn and beans have gone out of the front bed. I've tidied up the bean trellis in the second bed, and there's a lot of stuff which just has to be put into the compost bin. I'm not really sure where Steve wants it to go, so I'm just going to leave that for the moment. We'll talk about that tonight. Steve's inside making soup out of a whole lot of the stuff we've got, and I'm just going to take the big trug of beans in and try and get all of the seeds saved for next year's crop. I just wanted to show you this. This has taken forever for me to get growing. I've grown it from seed. It is my pink celery. I'm so pleased to see it. I just hope it's tough enough like the rest of the celery to survive the winter frosts. I've probably got another couple of hours of daylight, but frankly, being out here on a cold, bleak day isn't really doing it for me. So I'm going to go inside, maybe do some editing of this video, and I'll take it from there. So I'll see you next time.